Welcome to Hollygate Kennels here in Cotgrave. We're about 15 minutes away from Nottingham Greyhound Stadium. This is the training base of Lawrence Tuffin. He has over 70 greyhounds here, a real mix of open class dogs and graders. I've come here to find out much more about the setup and the dogs.
It has been used, as I say, for greyhounds over the years. Pat and Nicky Chambers was here back in the early 2000s, I do believe, and one or two other trainers have been here. But it's been swapped between horses and greyhounds. But yeah, it's a fantastic facility, and you know, it's been, you know, dogs have enjoyed it here. Yeah.
You've got about 73 dogs here, and there's a real nice ratio of dogs to staff working really hard. The dogs are well cared for.
Yeah, I mean, look, you know, everybody here tries the best, and you know, they work long hours. The weather at the moment's been absolutely terrible for about the last 6 weeks, and it's been hard on everybody, you know. But no, they're a great bunch, and Arlene's been my assistant for near on 18, 19 years now, and so she's a big integral part of the team. A lot of the girls that work for me, they're local. Kira, who's the youngest, you know, to have a real enthusiastic 17-year-old she absolutely loves going racing. The hours she puts in is absolutely commendable for her, and she's really willing to learn. So yeah, got a good little team working for us.
Despite the weather as well, there's a nice atmosphere here. You try to keep things light-hearted, don't you? When you introduced me to your 3 Derby dogs earlier, I was a bit taken aback.
Yeah. Lawrence Tuffin hard at work, grooming his dogs. Look, this is for Jason Beresford, this is, if nobody else. He'll see the funny side of this, will Jason? Hey? Well, look, I've been on Racing Post Ground TV a few times, and one of the biggest comments that comes back is that, you know, I like to have a laugh. No, look, I get very upset, you know, and I'll be out here kicking stuff all over the place because dogs haven't run well, you know. Let me deal with the frustrations and that of the sport, and as long as they're happy working with the dogs, as you can see, the dogs absolutely, you know, absolutely bouncing.
You've got some good dogs here as well, certainly ones for us to follow for the coming months and next couple of years maybe. Deadly Expert I want to talk about first of all. He's a little bit shy, he's very new into your hands, but he's got good form in Ireland behind him.
Yeah, he's come round a little bit, you know, as I say, he's only been with us a few weeks. He's come round, he had his first trial at Sheffield we were quite pleased with. But yeah, he's got some solid form in Ireland, especially behind Magical Bale and Skywalker Logan. So, you know, we're hoping that he will be, you know, a live contender come the Derby in April. Obviously, there's time to, you know, hopefully things don't go wrong and he keeps sound and everything, but he looks very promising, yeah.
And another one that would fit into the very promising category would be Tuff Ts Dell Boy, who's out of Droopy's Jet. He's already won a couple of Opens for you, and he's only at February 18. Yeah,
I mean, he's out of my own bitch, which was Lithuanian Tina. And the first litter was Tuff Ts Tornado and Tuff Ts Puma. I'm glad he ain't got the same action as Tuff Ts Tornado. But yeah, look, they're not very big dogs, and you know how much improvement they've actually got in them is yet to be seen. But he's done really well. Started off a bit slowly, got in a bit of trouble in a few of his puppy opens at Sheffield, but he won well at Doncaster, and he also ran really well at Monmore a few weeks ago. He got knocked out in the Trafalgar Cup, but battled on really well at the end. So yeah, he looks very promising.
Another youngster, Colston Apache, is just April 18. He's a stunning looking greyhound.
Yeah, I mean, he came into us 4-6 weeks ago. We haven't trialled him or anything yet. He had the cough, unfortunately, when he came, but he's really filled out. You know, and as you see today, he really is a stunning looking dog, and you know, he only had a couple of races in Ireland before coming over, doing a 29.66 at Enniscorthy. You know, so we're really excited for him. Monmore Puppy Derby would be his first probably target, and then, you know, all being well for the Derby. I know he'd be a bit young, but just 2-year-old. But you've got to run them while you've got them, and that would be the plan for him.
Yeah, they're 3 potential open class, maybe even Derby class dogs. So you've also got a bitch who looks like being a staying type, fabulous Marina. Tell us about her.
Yeah, Marina, she's one of Dave Firmage's breeding, and we've got 4 or 5 of the litter here. She's a little bit clumsy, unfortunately. She does seem to have trouble passing dogs without hitting them is is her biggest problem. And she has gone off a little bit the last few weeks. I was a little bit disappointed with her at down at Romford in the British Bred Marathon, but she was found to have sickness after that. So, but I think over the longer trip, you know, I know we don't have a lot of marathons, but you know, I do think potentially she could be a nice marathon bit.
There's a couple of graders for us to follow as well. Wizzy Rose is one of those. She's on the card in the next few weeks, hopefully.
Yeah, she just came from Paul Young's kennel. She's very nervous, but she had a first trial last week, did 18:04 plus 20, which is very good. I could see her probably starting off in A3, A4, I would think, at Nottingham. I think the 575 was just a little bit on stretching her a bit at Romford, so hopefully the 500 at Nottingham will suit her down to the ground.
And then Francocas has had a nice cuddle from her owner here today. She's a youngster again, April 18, but she's potentially a staying prospect for you.
Yeah, again, a smashing size of a bitch, you know, 31 kilos, really covers the ground really well. She started off in A3. She's yet to win a race, but she does most of her running late on. She hadn't had a lot of schooling in Ireland, and she's really schooling herself really in her early races. She's getting herself in trouble, but she's very, very strong from halfway.
Lots of us have enjoyed watching Heroic Miss race on RPG TV. She's clearly your baby, but she's going to be having babies of her own soon.
Yeah, again, she went to Droopy's Jet. The reason I went to Droopy's Jet was because I did like the Lithuanian Tina pups, plus Timwell Baz and them. They weren't over big, and I don't like big, massive 37, 38 kilo dogs. So I'm hoping, you know, that they're not too big. But yeah, look, we had to try with her. She's certainly worth, you know, having a litter from, and, you know, fingers crossed that she does throw something. But she will be coming home when she's done her duties. So.